Hey there and welcome to Up Next. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the reasons why the Avengers would destroy the Justice League. Two of the most popular superhero teams are DC's Justice League and Marvel's Avengers. Nobody can argue against this. And many people have always wondered what would happen if these two teams of incredibly powerful superheroes went up against each other. Both teams have their own pros and cons, but there are a lot of what-ifs that can change the outcome completely. And in today's video, we hope to go over most of them. Number 1. They have better team chemistry. The Avengers are a very unique set of superheroes that get on extremely well and have great coordination. The Justice League are very powerful beings as well, but many people believe that they aren't as powerful as the Avengers in regards to when they come together as a team. Throwing a load of powerful superheroes into one team doesn't exactly work when you don't have great chemistry. Coordination and teamwork is a crucial factor in being a good team, and this is something that the Avengers does amazingly. Going all the way back to the comics, it seems like the Avengers display their team chemistry a lot better than the Justice League. And this is one reason why many fans believe that they would come out on top if they ever went up against the DC team. Number 2. They definitely have more intelligence. The Avengers definitely have more brain power on their side. However, this doesn't mean that the Justice League isn't intelligent. They do have Batman on their side after all, and he is a pretty great guy with an amazing mind. It's argued that if Batman was given enough time to prepare, he would be able to come up with a plan to defeat any of the Avengers. However, the Avengers have Tony Stark and Bruce Banner on their side, and they have two of the most brilliant scientific minds in the universe. No one can argue that Tony Stark isn't a mastermind, because he just is. He has developed all of the Iron Man technology by himself, and that on its own is quite impressive. He managed to invent an arc reactor while being held hostage in a cave, so if you don't find this impressive, I really don't know what else to say to you. Even if you are a genius mastermind, doing something like this is unheard of. The Marvel Cinematic Universe could definitely raise some questions about Bruce Banner's intelligence, but if we ignore the movies for a second and only look at the comics, Banner has been described to have one of the most brilliant minds. He's developed technologies that can shield him from any attack, and he's also invented a teleporter. There's also Scott Lang, who had Hank Pym as his mentor for a while. And there's the beloved Spider-Man as well, who would only give an advantage to the Avengers in their overall brain power when going up against the Justice League. While the Justice League are trying to bash the Avengers' brains in, Team Marvel would be strategically looking for a new way to ambush them, and they would likely come out on top because of it. They're constantly looking for weaknesses that they can exploit within their enemies, and this would be no different if they went up against the DC team. We rarely see them run into a fight without a plan first. And this is something that the Justice League cannot compare to. Number 3. They have the God of Thunder on their side. It doesn't matter how powerful Superman or Wonder Woman may be, because the Avengers have Thor, who is a literal God of Thunder who comes with many additional perks. He is without a doubt one of the most powerful Avengers there is. So, if you put him up against the Justice League, he would do a lot of damage. He has access to magical powers and items, so the Justice League would have to do a lot in order to prepare to go up against him. He is definitely one of the strongest superheroes there is, so fans would argue that he would help the Avengers a lot if they went up against the Justice League. Number 4. Vision is a god. The Mind Stone is a very powerful Marvel artifact, and Vision gets all of his power from it. In comparison to the rest of the Avengers, Vision's powers greatly outweigh them, and that's all thanks to the stone in his head. He is able to pick up Thor's hammer as well, which is something that not many can do, so you know that he is the real deal. With the power of the Mind Stone, Vision would be able to put any member of the Justice League down, and quite easily as well. They wouldn't be able to do anything about it either, as all they would be able to do is stand and watch themselves fall. With the Mind Stone, Vision is able to fly, have superhuman strength, phase through objects, and shoot huge energy beams from his head. As well as his superpowers, Vision's body is made from vibranium, which is the strongest material in the Marvel Universe. But he also has Jarvis with him, which is an incredibly powerful AI designed by Tony Stark. Because of Jarvis, Vision knows almost everything there is to know in existence, so he could easily use this against the Justice League if he wished to do so. Number 5. They have the ability to mess with time. Let's say the Avengers went up against the Justice League and everything went wrong. Iron Man was defeated, the Hulk was nowhere to be found, and Thor was useless. What is the one thing that the team could do in order to overcome this? Use Doctor Strange's ability to reverse time, of course. All Doctor Strange would have to do is manipulate time in order to defeat the Justice League. He's able to slow down time as well, so this would give him the upper hand in helping his team. He could easily erase moments where the DC team come out on top, and this is something that would help the Avengers very nicely. Even if he didn't have access to the Time Stone, Strange has all of his other abilities, which includes making portals. He could easily create a portal and drop any member of the Justice League where he pleased, and they would have no idea about what was going on. Number 6. They have a secret weapon, Ant-Man. Although Ant-Man definitely isn't a fan favorite when it comes to Marvel superheroes, he has his strengths. He's able to shrink to the size of an ant, which means the Justice League would not be able to see him coming, literally. As well as this, he's able to maximize his size and become a giant, so he could easily squish any member of the team if he so pleased. We've seen him shrink himself down many times and jump onto the shoulder of an enemy and bring them down from the inside. And he could easily do this when going up against the Justice League as well. He can run across the ground as small as an ant and then shoot back up to normal size right on any member of the DC team, and they would have no idea what hit them. But that's all for today though. What'd you think of today's video? Let us know in the comments below. But with that being said, this is the end of the video, so I'll see you in the next one.